Hello again, this is Big Face from Big Face Robotics, back with part 3 of the desktop robot head and arm build. As you can see from the last video, I've completed building the hand attachment for the end of the robot arm. So a bit of 3D printing. I've changed the colour of the filament in my printer, mainly so that the hand is a different colour to the rest of the robot and it's distinguishable by the camera. So I've gone for a bright green colour. Show some footage of that being printed. I went through a few design changes. I initially wanted a ball. I'll probably put a picture up here of how that print came out. Not perfect. Could be the design of the part or the setup of my printer, I'm not sure, but I changed it for a sort of cylindrical shape in the end. Seems to be working well. I've run a few tests on this. I'll try and put one up here. You couldn't really see the data very well on the screen. I'm hoping it will come out, but what it shows is that this signal's connected back to the Arduino. Just a basic switch arrangement with these 4 tactile switches on here. I had to do a bit of modification to my interface board, and I'll probably make a new one of them at some point, because it's had so many modifications now it needs a redesign, but it shows that the switch is working. I've done quite a lot of messing around with the setup of this so that a light touch will trigger the switches. And as I said, a nice big colourful distinguishable feature on the end of the arm for the camera to pick up. So with that all working, I've run a few tests just to see how well this would come out on the camera. I'll put this up here as I'm talking. It's a little program I wrote in Python a while ago, which is just a colour picker. So you select your upper and lower HSV values, adjust the sliders to separate out or to threshold the particular colour you're looking for. So as this is running, you should hopefully see the sliders going back and forth. I'll speed some bits up of it for keeping it quick, but you can see the colour of the hand showing up as a white blob and the background is all black. You can then use contours and various other things to determine the position of that within the screen. So yeah, I've been working on a little user interface. I'll put that up and show some of the features of that. So I've got the interface running on the PC, and I'll try and show you the robot moving as I'm using the interface to show you what all the features do. I've set it up so that the servos aren't attached, as in there's no power to them until I select the enabled button. That will then power them up. I've got various sliders. It's not the prettiest looking interface at the moment, I'll admit, but the functionality's there. I've got sliders for the head motion, so I can set that to whatever position I like and rotate the head. Same with the arm, you can rotate, move the various joints. It's all working quite nicely. You can hear a bit of buzz from the servos. I think this one in particular, because it's not geared, it's getting towards the limits of what it can do. But I knew that was going to be the case. If ever I was going to use a gripper on the end of this, I'd have to either redesign this elbow joint that I'm calling it, or upgrade the servos to something a bit stronger. That wouldn't be a bad idea anyway, because they are struggling at the extensive movement, but for what I'm going to use it for, it's no problem. You can see here a camera display. This is using OpenCV to capture the image and then converting it to a window that I can show on within the interface. If I hit capture, it will start taking pictures. I can move the head, pan around, take various pictures. I've got a home button that will send all the servos to their home position. I've got this nice coloured green circle, and that's connected to the hand switch, so if I trigger the switch, that will turn red to show that the hand's been triggered. Okay, there's one more thing I wanted to cover in this video, and that is the comms between the PC and the Arduino mounted on the robot. I've drawn this up on my whiteboard. As you can see, Arduino here connected to servos and the potentiometers with PID loops running to keep those servos in the required position. Obviously 6 of them at the moment, and the hand switch which isn't shown. With the PC sat with the interface running, the PC is sending commands out to the Arduino to change the servo set points. So there's no communication flowing all the time, it's just when a command is sent. And if the PC sends a particular command, the Arduino will respond with the data that it's requested. So again, there's no data flowing continuously from the Arduino back to the PC. And I've developed what I'm calling for the minute BFR code, which is a G-code type communication in that it's alphanumeric, and there's a few examples up here. So I can configure this however I like, and there's an interpreter running on the Arduino that will receive a command, interpret it, look at the data that's contained, and change set points accordingly. So if I was to send H0 R45, that'd be head move, which is the H0. R would be the roll axis, and the 45 would be the new set point. Same for the arm. An A0 would be an arm move, E would be the elbow, the 100 would be the set point that's required. And for getting data from the Arduino back to the PC, for an example, A1 would be return arm rotate angle. As you can probably tell, this is easily expandable, and I can send whatever data to and fro that I like as strings and interpret it very easily. I can also combine commands, so H0 would be head move, then I could send R45, P, and then an angle, and then Y, and then an angle, and that would be the roll, pitch, yaw values, and change all the set points with one command. Same for the arm, and I can also send head and arm commands all at once, so I can move all 3 servos and give them new set points with one command, which again means that there's no data flowing back and forth continuously. I'm sure this will be developed more as time goes on, and I'll share that with you. And at some point I'll put together a full list of commands and share some of the code. But until next time, I'll continue work, and I'll be sharing it with you all. Okay, until next time, thanks for watching.